morning. Almost immediately, Lauren knew something was wrong. She spoke to her sisters and friends about feeling like someone had been in her apartment when she was away and had touched her things. Every time she spoke about this with her friends and family, she seemed sure that something had happened when she was away, but noted that she didn't have any evidence and she didn't appear to be missing anything of value. It was the little things, like thinking she had placed her bills on the counter in the kitchen, only to find them in the living room, or thinking that she had put her dirty laundry in the hamper, only to find some of her clothing on the floor next to it. It felt like every time she came home, something was amiss. Most of her friends placated her, telling her that it was most likely nothing, and she was probably being paranoid. What person breaks into an apartment and doesn't take anything, right? But still, they urged her to get other means of security just in case. The weekend of June 24th, Lauren had done just that, getting a sturdy door jammer for the front door of her apartment. She had told her friends and family that for the remainder of June till late July, she would be spending most of her time studying for the bar exam, as she was determined to pass and become a public defender as soon as possible. She informed them that she wouldn't be available to hang out or spend any significant time with them, as she would be studying for the entire month, and if they needed her, they could always reach her by phone. However, Lauren wouldn't make it to her exam. On the night of Saturday, June 25th, Lauren, after a day of studying and relaxing, wrote an email to her boyfriend at 10:30 p.m. In the email, she described how she needed to start packing as the lease for her apartment would be up in a week. She talked avidly about how she loved Macon and going to Mercer, but she was excited for what the future held for her and for them. She also mentioned briefly that she has suspected once more that someone had tried to gain access to her apartment and tried to break in but had no proof. After she sent this email, she got ready for bed, putting the door stopper against her front door, checking the lock, and laying down, content with the work she had done that day. Next door, Stephen was wide awake. Though he hasn't directly stated why he felt the need to act that night, Stephen did state that he was well aware of Lauren's approaching move. Within a week, she would be out of his life forever, and he would no longer be able to see her every day. His access to her and her space would be ripped away from him, and he had no way of ensuring that that didn't happen. Stephen at first tried to break into her apartment using the key he had, only to find that something was in the way of the door. Frustrated, Stephen went back to his apartment and taped his camera onto a broom, went back outside, downstairs into the back of the building, and filmed this clip, trying to see what was keeping her front door from being opened. After seeing she had gotten a door jammer, Stephen retreated back to his apartment, where he Googled how to break into someone's house when they had a door jamming burglar bar. Unfortunately, that Google search gave him the results he wanted, and at 4:30 a.m., he was able to get into her apartment,